If you carry positive blood, you possess a massive biological advantage over those with negative types. While these variants face strict survival limitations, your positive factor unlocks 3 distinct hidden powers written directly into your DNA. The first advantage you possess acts as your ultimate medical safety net. Because your blood is positive, you can safely receive both positive and negative blood of your matching letter type during a medical emergency. If you were negative, your body would reject positive blood as a foreign threat, causing a life-threatening immune response. For you, this dual compatibility instantly doubles your available donor pool when every second counts. Your second advantage guarantees an alarm-free pregnancy. When a negative mother carries a positive baby, her immune system can identify the fetus as a threat and actively create antibodies to attack its red blood cells. Because your body is positive, it naturally recognizes this protein, entirely bypassing this dangerous condition and creating a perfectly safe environment for gestation. Your third unfair advantage serves as a secret evolutionary shield against certain global pathogens. Genetic and epidemiological data show that your positive blood grants you a superior natural defense against Toxoplasma gondii. This microscopic parasite is incredibly common worldwide, often transmitted through undercooked meat or cat litter, and it permanently hides in the human brain, causing latent infections. In negative individuals, this brain colonization degrades neurological health, leading to slowed reaction times, cognitive delays, and a significantly higher rate of traffic accidents. Because your red blood cells express the rhesus D protein, your body utilizes a distinct immunological pathway that suppresses the parasite's toxic neurological impacts, ensuring you maintain stable psychomotor performance and fully protecting your physical health. But having that positive sign is just your baseline. Depending on your letter, your blood type upgrades into a completely different superpower. Let's break them down one by one. And so positive. Your blood type crowns you as the ancestral hunter, a foundational biological shield dating back to our earliest Cro-Magnon ancestors. Emerging during the hunter-gatherer era, when survival depended entirely on physical endurance and raw meat consumption, your red blood cells completely lack A and B sugar antigens on their surface. Far from being average, you belong to the absolute demographic powerhouse of the planet, making up roughly 38% of the United States population. This massive abundance means you form the literal backbone of modern medicine as a localized, universal donor. Your blood can be safely given to anyone with an A positive, B positive, AB positive, or O positive type, making your cells the most critical, life-saving asset in emergency trauma rooms worldwide. Beyond emergency utility, your blood makeup grants you a powerful medical superpower known as cardiac armor. Because your blood naturally carries lower levels of key clotting proteins like the von Willebrand factor, its unique molecular fluidity gives you a significantly lower risk of suffering deep vein thrombosis, pulmonary embolisms, and arterial heart attacks compared to non-O types. Furthermore, your cells act as an impenetrable fortress against severe malaria, the deadliest parasitic disease in history. The malaria parasite relies on a sticky protein to bind onto A and B antigens, causing cells to clump together and destroy organs. Since your hunter blood entirely lacks these sugars, the parasite cannot take hold, slashing your odds of developing severe or fatal malaria by a staggering 66%. However, this ancient genetic setup comes with a distinct biological trade-off. The specific chemical structure of your O-type antigens makes you a natural magnet for Helicobacter pylori bacteria, leading to a much higher susceptibility to painful gastric inflammation and peptic ulcers. Additionally, your skin secretions naturally emit higher concentrations of chemical compounds that attract disease-carrying mosquitoes, making you a literal walking target for insect bites compared to other blood types. A positive. Your blood type designates you as the urban pioneer, an evolutionary archetype built specifically for social structure and community survival. Emerging roughly 20,000 to 15,000 years ago, during the Neolithic Revolution, your blood type developed as humans transitioned from nomadic hunting to dense, permanent agricultural societies. This dramatic lifestyle shift introduced complex grains into the human diet and exposed populations to crowded living conditions where crowd-borne pathogens thrived. Today, you represent a major demographic force, comprising approximately 34% of the United States population, making you the second most common blood type in the nation and an elite pillar of the modern blood banking system. Your active medical superpower is a highly sophisticated, hyper-vigilant immune network. Because your ancestors survived the unsanitary conditions of early cities, your immune system evolved to be incredibly efficient at identifying and neutralizing major historical plagues. Genetic data shows you possess a powerful natural resistance to severe cases of cholera and the bubonic plague, as your specific A antigen sugars act as an environmental decoy that alters how these bacterial toxins interact with your cells. However, your hyperreactive immunity causes you to naturally produce higher baseline levels of cortisol, meaning you experience stress and anxiety much more intensely. The presence of the A antigen also increases your blood's viscosity, making it stickier and elevating your baseline risk for arterial clotting and high cholesterol compared to other types. B positive, your blood type crowns you as the nomad explorer, a resilient genetic archetype engineered for ultimate adaptability. Emerging over 10,000 years ago in the harsh Eurasian steppes and Himalayan highlands, your blood type developed in nomadic herders who relied heavily on meat and dairy. Today you belong to an exclusive group making up only 9% of the United States population. Your active medical superpower is an incredibly flexible metabolic system and a highly responsive stress recovery network, allowing you to process diverse foods and bounce back from physical exhaustion far quicker than other types. Furthermore, your B-positive blood possesses a vital clinical shield, showing high natural resistance to severe respiratory infections and dangerous foodborne bacteria. However, your nomadic wiring comes with a unique Achilles heel. Because your B antigens heavily influence your gut lining, you face a higher susceptibility to chronic autoimmune flares and systemic inflammation. Being AB positive, your blood type crowns you as the modern mutant, the ultimate jewel of human evolution. Emerging less than 1,500 years ago from the intermingling of diverse global civilizations, your type is the youngest and rarest on Earth, making up an ultra-exclusive 3% of the United States population. Your active medical superpower is unmatched. You are the universal receptor. Because your red blood cells express both A and B antigens, your immune system contains zero antibodies against them, meaning you can safely receive blood from absolutely any human being on the planet in an emergency. Furthermore, you are the true universal plasma donor, as your antibody-free plasma can be instantly transfused to save any patient worldwide. However, your advanced genetic wiring brings a distinct Achilles heel. Carrying every antigen sugar elevates your baseline risk for vascular stiffness and circulatory sluggishness, while also giving you a higher susceptibility to cognitive decline and memory loss in later life. Subscribe to discover your hidden biological advantages.